Hey, what's up guys? Reda here. Welcome to my brand new update on the market. We're gonna look into Bitcoin and see if the bottom is in or are we gonna go lower, right? So first we're gonna look at the weekly chart and then we're gonna go into the daily and then see how Ethereum is looking, and then if we have enough time we can go also in the stock market. So we had this weekly close right here. We tagged this mid level very nicely. This mid level, as you can see guys, at 80.5k was based on the level from November 24th. Was support from those times, with the Iran war thing, when we had a bounce there. We stayed there for a couple of weeks and then we went, and then we took off. I mean, right now this is a brand new candle, of course, so it's still a long way to go. But it's gonna be an important week, guys, because the monthly is also gonna be decided this week. Because November is gonna end on the 30th, so we're gonna have an important weekly close and an important monthly close, right? So let me pull up the EMAs. So like I said, as long as price is under the weekly 10, so the red line, and the weekly 21, I'm gonna have to stay bearish, right? Unless we can get above 104, I can turn bullish again. But for now, I'm gonna have to say how it looks like. The only thing I would say right now, if we can hold these levels, this is a very nice higher low that we made. So we didn't lose structure yet. We will lose structure, guys, if we do break 75k and close under 75k, because then we're gonna make a lower low, right? Something like this, right? And then that would suggest, we are entering a macro downtrend, which we don't want, right? The best scenario would be like we bounce from here. But again, we have to stay realistic. So we can stay sideways here, or we have a final flush, which I think maybe will happen. And I think it will be all the way down to 63 or like 66 based on the weekly 200-day EMA and also on this price action, because this is a lot of support. This also aligns with the previous autumn highs, right? Because I don't think we have enough support to hold there. But for now, of course, I want to stay positive. But nothing tells me right now on the weekly, guys, that yeah, it's up for now, right? Also, the RSI. The weekly RSI right now, like I pointed out, this was the start of the bear market in 22. This is the lowest RSI now since the last bear market. And look, in a nice world, right, this would like do something like this. But right now we're gonna have to wait, right, because Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market. We have institutions, right? They sold off ETFs. So in a bullish scenario, right, we have this RSI coming back up, get out of that bearish control zone, right, and then follow your way up all the way to the bullish control zone. Let's say the bullish scenario, right, we have like sort of a V-shaped recovery. That would mean we are going to enter like a next phase of the bull market, right? Because you had your full reset. Like your full reset is now done. So I don't know what will happen with the stock market, but this should go for another year, bullishly. Of course, with dips along the way, but if Bitcoin manages to hold here, then we are going to enter a very nice phase, right? But as of right now, I have to stay realistic. I don't see any bullish divergence yet. And the bears, as of now, on the weekly, are fully in control, okay? And if we want that phase to happen, we're going to have to get above 104k, okay? Above 104k, that would be a very tough pill to swallow for the bears. Even above 98k, I would like it, but still you would be under the EMAs, right? I want to get above these EMAs because that's your, I would say like your bull market, band. Okay. Now regarding the MACD is still showing me bearishly. Again, look at that, right? 104k. That's why I said the level is so important. But the MACD is not showing me any positive momentum. So there's nothing to see here. Still pretty bearish. If I look at the Stochk RSI, I mean the Stochk RSI looks interesting. Like I showed you guys in previous update, this is looking to cross, right? So that's why maybe this bounce will keep going. But again, depends on the stock market, right? But the Stokes look ready, to be honest, for a nice little bounce. Now we move over to the daily to see what's happening there. Okay, so on the daily, again, you can see it almost like 80.4. We're holding my daily mid level, which was 84.2k, right? Was again, right, was based on this candle close right there from February. You had a lot of price action there, and you see there, it held pretty nicely here, as you can see. So what's causing this to fail right now? Well, look, we need to get above 88k first. That's the first. It's gonna be the first step. So what I want to see to happen is Bitcoin gaining strength here, right? It doesn't really matter if it goes sideways here, as long as it doesn't break 84k, I will be fine. But I want to see more strength, and then like the emails do something like this, and then and then price can manage up into this zone between 88 and 93k. That would be a first step for a very bullish compression. Okay, because what would that mean? Over the next few weeks, we can get this nice little squeeze between the daily 10 and the daily 21, where price is gonna squeeze all the way up to 104, and then we're gonna have a massive squeeze all the way up to, maybe like 120k. But this is like, don't take this as final. Okay, this is just a concept that I have in my head in a bullish case. Okay, this is the bullish case. But of course, because the weekly looks bearish, there's no way of telling you this is going to happen until you can regain 88k. Okay, regaining 88k, regaining 93k, we can talk about a massive daily bullish squeeze. Not only a bullish squeeze, but also a squeeze with the both EMAs and the daily 200 EMAs, and those are rare, and those are heavy squeezes. I will guys show you an example what I mean with these squeezes. This is the one I mean, guys. Okay, this is what I mean. This is what happened in Iran war. You guys see this? Price squeezed in between the daily 10, the daily 21, and the daily 200, which caused a massive move. Right, massive move. So this is compression, okay? This is compression of price. It's like, guys, you squeeze a tomato as hard as you can, and then boom, the tomato goes open and it splashes everywhere, right? That's what happens, right? Look at these massive candles afterwards. Like, those are massive moves. So I'm hoping for that. The bearish case, of course, guys, the bearish case, sadly enough, will be a rejection of 88k or a rejection of 93k, or price is so freaking weak that it couldn't even go to 88k, and then we could just go down from here. I mean, I have levels, right? Again, I said 75k would be first, 72, 68, maybe even 65, right? So there are levels to look forward to the downside, right? So now we go over to the monthly, okay? And the monthly is going to be one that's very important. The monthly is going to close in 6 days, guys. You can see this. I have the monthly 21. So what's holding us up right now, guys, is the monthly 21. You're gonna have to the least thing you guys the least thing we Bitcoin should do is at least close above 86k. Okay, otherwise you're gonna close above both EMAs. It's already bad. Don't get me wrong. It's already bad to close under the monthly 10, right? But closing under the 21 EMA would be a very bad case scenario here. Okay, so the ultimate close would be, Bitcoin rallies this week all the way up and closes above 102 at least to get above those monthly 21. But for the sake of this market, hopefully we can just close above the monthly 21. But I'm gonna have to warn you guys, okay? The last time we did this, right, was right here, okay? And this price action reminds you of it. So we did close above the monthly 21, and then we had a nice 2 months, right? But we still had a lower high, and then we dumped, okay? So I'm just saying, like, closing under the monthly 10 is never a good thing, okay? It's never a good thing. It's always a sign of weakness. And the last time we had this, was here, okay? But this was, again, you cannot compare these two because this was a higher low being made, right? So yeah, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky, very tricky. And again, this bearish divergence on Bitcoin is very real. It's very real. It's playing out. I don't know how low this wants to go, but again, it's all now based on hopium, and let's see if we can close both the EMAs. I mean, MACD has a bearish cross. These are very accurate. These are, I already showed you guys on previous videos, right? This bearish cross, it may always signals to end of the market. Yeah, sometimes you have invalidation. Maybe this time is different. I have no idea. And then you have the Stochastic RSI not doing anything, right? So the monthly is waiting for the weekly and the daily to perform. Okay. How many minutes? Yeah, so 9 minutes. Yeah, so that's really my Bitcoin update. Okay, and everything goes through Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin strong, altcoin strong. Okay, I can go really quick into the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, so this is the hopium for altcoins, right? Bitcoin dominance is still very weak. We are closing under both EMAs. This is gives you some hope for altcoin rally, going end of this year. You have Zcash and other crypto coins are performing strong. You can see ETH against Bitcoin is showing a little bit of strength, 1% up. It's still an uptrend in my opinion, right? It's still higher low being made, but again, has a long way to go. Above 3.6 has to close. But again, this is a start, okay? Total tree against Bitcoin is rallying, right? Altcoins are gaining strength against Bitcoin based on total tree. So yes, I'm expecting some altcoin strength, but again, Bitcoin dominance can keep going down even if Bitcoin goes down. You have to remember that, okay? But for now, I want to keep the hopium strong, and I can see altcoins actually moving here. Total tree against Bitcoin looks good, okay? Of course, we have the stock market, which is going to open in a few hours. S&P futures turned green so far, but again, look at the weekly, guys. Look at the weekly, please. Closing on the weekly 10. But again, it's been a few weeks. Let's see if this can rally back up. But again, I'm gonna have to check the monthly. Yeah, so the monthly still looks good on S&P. I don't see any issue. It's all about the weekly here. I don't want it to roll over, something like this, right? It cannot get above 6.78, something like, oh, wrong one. I'm sorry for that. Something like this, right? Like the EMAs roll over and then prices get stuck underneath. Because then again, get very nasty. Okay, happened before, right? So let's see what happens. I wish you guys all a great Monday. I wish you guys all a great start of the week. And please join the Discord. Link in below the video. Also link in my Twitter. My Discord is completely free. I try to stream every single week on Wednesday, so you guys can ask me any question you want. Okay? Everybody have a good day. Bye bye.